So because of your sexual orientation, you're requesting protective custody, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No, John, you can't do that. Okay. I'm on live, bro. Yeah, walk on. Yeah.
There's gay guys in prison. They call them punks. There are transgenders. There's 3 guys walking around the compound with boobs and butt implant.
Are they popular in jail?
They're extremely popular. Listen, if you're a punk in prison, you run that place.
From King Lil Jay getting caught in 4K with an inmate sitting on his lap to those wild rumors about Meek Mill and Diddy having a tape together, there's been a ton of buzz lately about rappers supposedly being on the DL and using their time in jail to explore their real preferences. But here's the thing. Beyond all the juicy headlines, there's a deeper issue at play. Why are so many hip-hop fans more freaked out about the idea that their favorite rapper might be gay than by the serious crimes these same rappers are accused of committing? Think back to when the internet went into full meltdown mode over Meek Mill's name popping up in that Diddy lawsuit. For months, social media was flooded with memes and no Diddy jokes were everywhere, and even Meek himself went out of his way to deny any of those rumors about his sexuality. But that same lawsuit that named Meek as one of the rappers Diddy allegedly slept with also accused Diddy and his industry pals of some seriously disgusting crimes. Yet somehow that part of the story didn't get nearly as much attention as the speculation about Meek possibly being gay or bi. And let's not forget when Nicki Minaj hinted that Meek might be putting his hands on women just like Diddy does. The outrage over that was nothing compared to the way people lost their minds over the idea that Meek might not be straight. So why is there such an obsession with catching rappers being gay? And what does this say about deeper issues within the hip-hop community? Let's break it all down.
You'll hear this term a lot, gay for the stay. He's gay while he's here, but when he gets out, he's not.
Once they hit prison, it's like somehow socially accepted.
To a guy with a life sentence, like he's given up on all pretenses, and if he had any inclinations toward being a homosexual, he just goes all in.
Okay, so let's first break down this situation with King Lil Jay. The Chicago drill rapper has been making waves since the internet went crazy over a video clip that supposedly showed him getting a little too close with another inmate. Think tender touches and even a kiss, all while the guy sitting on his lap. But of course, King Lil Jay wasn't about to let the rumors run wild without stepping in. He took to Instagram to shut it down, flat out denying that he's the guy in the video. According to him, this was nothing but a smear campaign, especially since similar allegations came out about his longtime rival, late rapper King Von. So in case you missed it, there was this leaked body cam video of King Von being asked if his sexual orientation was behind his request for protective custody. And Von straight up said yes. And if that wasn't enough to get people talking, in the same clip, King Von even blows a kiss to another male inmate and casually says, "I'm gonna F you too."
Where's the plumber at? In there?
It's the only thing I've been on because got a problem with it. They supposed to be a Christian, but they got a problem with gay people. How you gonna be Christian?
So because of your sexual orientation, you're requesting protective custody, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I get along with, the straight people and then problem with the others. They got a problem with me. I don't never start no.
I'm not mad at you.
Bye, Lil Josh. You too.
So a lot of people were quick to jump to Von's defense, saying that this is just something new inmates do for protection and that it doesn't necessarily mean they're gay. But hold up, why is it such a big deal even if they were? Why do hip-hop fans get so worked up defending someone from gay allegations like it's some kind of crime? Let's not forget that King Von was reportedly involved in some serious stuff, allegedly responsible for the deaths of over a dozen people as a member of the Gangster Disciples in Chicago. And after he was down in November 2020, Chicago police released unsealed documents about the death of 17-year-old Gakira K.I. Barnes, who was shot 9 times in 2014. And those documents pointed to King Von as the one who reportedly pulled the trigger. And yet, all Von's fans care about are the gay rumors? Make it make sense! Now, going back to King Lil Jay, he eventually admitted that he kissed that inmate in jail. And once again, people on the internet lost their minds.
Make it make sense. I'm still Chirac Wolverine. Still King Lil Jay. Still well respected in the streets. I ain't got no, but they like, man, that video was you. We don't get no, bro. We know what you do. You a real nigga. What, the past. Bring it up. That video, when did you say that video was recorded in the county? Like, around what year?
I'm not even sure. It might have the date on the video, though, but I didn't look at it.
Probably like 6 years ago. Like, dude, that's the past. Let it go. Still holding on to the past. I worry about the future, man. I'm broke.
And let's not forget the whole Meek Mill and Diddy drama. With all the disturbing allegations swirling around Diddy, hip-hop fans on social media decided that the most outrageous thing was the possibility of Meek Mill being gay. As you probably know, several men have now come forward accusing Diddy of spiking their drinks and forcing himself on them while they were unconscious. Most recently, a man by the name of Derek Cardello Smith, who claims Diddy raped him back in 1997. In case you missed it, Diddy recently visited Cardello Smith in prison and allegedly offered him $2.3 million in exchange for his silence.
Okay, the purpose of it is based on two actions taken by Mr. Combs himself, directly with me here. We did a live one-on-one visit in our prison visiting room. There's 2 meetings within the past 2 weeks with Mr. Combs on one meeting, and then a financial advisor on the other meeting on Mr. Combs' behalf. And he stated that he would make me an offer to end the case and what happened to me because of other things that he stated he has going on in his life that require his money right now, and he wants to sell everything off. And he made me a financial offer of $2.3 million to allow what happened to me to go away. And he stated that he's going to be selling his property, and under the 2005 California Civil Code 2881-2885, the creation of liens, which allows out-of-state justices and orders to cause a stop of any title transfer, property transfers in Los Angeles or any other place that he has property. He stated that he wouldn't be able to proceed with that sale. And he did it the day after I served him the suit. And he also said that he won't be filing an answer to the complaint. He said, you can find me in default or whatever. He has a better chance with default than he would with having a restraining order stopped. And I said, so you want to hide you want to hide your money and stop from being quite possibly paid to me if I'm given the benefit of a judgment in my favor for what you've done to me. And he pretty much said, yeah. He goes, you know how we get down.
I then went to get another drink, and Sean asked me if I needed something else. I said no, and he said, here, drink this one. And I thought it was another glass of Jim Beam, so I took it because I had sat one down in the other room, and then I drank some more. And I stayed sitting there and began getting drowsy and started to pass out. And then Sean Combs said to me, I added a little something to it for you. I will get that from you anyway, one way or another. I then passed out. And he goes on to claim that Combs paid off police to keep the whole thing quiet. Quote, the defendant paid Detroit and Monroe police officers to keep it hidden, and they hid it very, very well, and have kept it hidden for many decades, but not anymore.
So instead of focusing on the fact that these guys were allegedly victimized by a man with way too much power and zero self-control, all people seem to care about is whether Diddy's victims might be gay. When producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones dropped that bombshell lawsuit against Diddy back in February, he named a bunch of high-profile celebs he supposedly saw at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. While some names were kept under wraps, we didn't need a detective to figure out who Lil Rod was hinting at. I mean, come on. Lil Rod described one man he saw at Diddy's parties as a Grammy Award-winning R&B singer with a history of run-ins with the law after a certain Bayesian billionaire. We all know who that is. And when he mentioned a Philly rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, you don't have to be a genius to figure this one out. Lil Rod also mentioned that Diddy bragged about hooking up with a Super Bowl halftime performer who also had a successful Vegas residency. And if you're thinking, Usher, you are not alone, The clues are pretty obvious, especially considering that Usher lived with Diddy when he was just 13 at the infamous Puffy Flavor Camp, and he most likely was exposed to all kinds of messed up stuff way too early. So if these allegations about Diddy and Usher are true, we're talking about a situation that's not too different from that whole R. Kelly Aaliyah mess. And yet all people seem to care about is whether Usher might be on the DL. Now, while Usher stayed silent on the allegations, Meek Mill was doing the absolute most on X after Lil Rod's lawsuit was revealed, and his tweets have been so erratic that people were saying the rumors might actually be true. Meanwhile, that old video resurfaced again, showing Meek lounging in the pool while Diddy is praising him and calling him daddy.
Hey, what's up, King son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
And then this photo started making the rounds of Meek and Diddy wearing matching outfits, adding more fuel to the rumors. But instead of simply just denying he was involved in any of Diddy's alleged crimes, Meek went on a Twitter spree, doing the most to convince everyone he's into women, and even claiming that the lawsuit was fake and part of a sinister plan to ruin him because he's an independent artist. After DJ Academics talked about Meek being named in Lil Rod's lawsuit, Meek clapped back, saying, "Now y'all see how bad they want to stop you when you drop independent music that's gonna get played regardless and make millions. A whole campaign the day before I drop. I'll be crushing through this internet too easy." Meek then directly threatened Academics, saying, "Academics, didn't I tell you to stop playing with my name? I don't know what I'm gonna do when I actually see you. It's gonna have a combination to it though." Meek didn't stop there. He also shared a bunch of cringe posts trying to convince everyone how much he likes women. This man said, "When I got a girl around me, I'm effing her twice a day, LOL. Ask some of your favorites. Pussy don't control me, but it's like a high. One love to the gay people, but that juicy P do it for me. I done ran red lights to get that feeling. Y'all weird on here like devils, LOL." And since Meek focused on the gay rumors instead of denying that he took part in any criminal activities with Diddy, the internet exploded with memes and no Diddy jokes, and soon enough, disturbing audio popped up of two men that some people claimed were Diddy and Meek. So for some reason, some out there thought it would be funny to take an audio from what is most likely gay corn and pass it off as a secret tape of Meek and Diddy. This obsession with the idea that Meek might be on the DL is honestly wild. I mean, where was all that outrage when Nicki Minaj dropped those not so subtle hints about Meek getting physical with women? Remember when Nicki shared this message on her story saying, "You a clown, you do it for the likes. Twitter fingers, women, scared of men." By the way, Meek's former associate Dean later seemingly confirmed that Meek mistreated Nicki and claimed he saw Meek spit on Nicki and leave her stranded in the middle of nowhere.
They arguing real bad. They get to calling each other all kinds of crazy names. This corny dude starts spitting on. I said, "Yo, you crazy." I told him right then and there, "You lost your mind." What's up with me and Meek, man? Man, that nigga put her out in the woods. We was all the way out Jersey somewhere in the woods. Nigga put her out the house. It's dark and shit. I had to go out there and get her. She cried right here. Am I lying, Nicki? Ask Meek's sister. She was there, and her baby father. He was there too. Am I lying, y'all? His mom was there. His mom, yo, I ain't lying.
And yet, I don't remember Meek going above and beyond to deny these allegations the way he did when people started insinuating he could be gay. Apparently, some of these rappers think that being gay is worse than putting your hands on people, robbing, dealing with A-minors, spiking women's drinks. Name any despicable crime and you'll find some rapper who bragged about doing it in songs. But the moment someone suggests they might play for the other team, they lose their minds. One fan said, "If you're not trying to get into bed or a relationship with a person, why would you need to know or be interested in their preferences? That always has me bewildered. And when a person wants to cause harm to a stranger for their preferences, it's just psychotic and maybe hatred for what they are secretly feeling in their own sex. So they want to lash out at a person who is fine with who they are. Bug out." And someone on X wrote, "Look at the black community's reaction to Diddy. Ninjas weren't even mad that he was an extra and the ish out of his wife. Nah, they were mad because he was backshotting Meek Mill. I'm black, and homophobia is riddled in the community." But what is your take on this obsession among hip-hop fans over rappers' sexuality? Do you think it speaks to a larger issue within the culture? Leave your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.